Chris Evans, aka the former Captain America, has decided to finally respond to the constant question every fan at a Comic-Con, in an interview, or interviewer asks him non-stop, and that's whether or not he is coming back and whether he finds it annoying to the point where he's sick of it. Spoilers, no. So again, this comes at us directly from Chris Evans, who spoke with AP Entertainment, and he kind of reiterated some of the things we heard before about his time as Cap, how he's excited to see what happens next. But as always, that goes into the realm of the questions surrounding a potential return. And he says, look, I'm very happy to have a break. It's been nice. He gets to do things. But he says it's now 4 years later, and he does sort of miss it, but he's excited to do other things, and he likes this opportunity. And when they asked him if he's just constantly annoyed about people asking him the same question because it has been so long, he says no. He says people aren't jerks if they ask him, because to him, this is flattering. This is not annoying at all, because he realizes that Captain America had such a huge impact on people, that people love his version of the character, and him, that he goes hand in hand with that character. And it's true, you know, like, he is to many people what Tobey Maguire was as Spider-Man, the first one, right? Yeah, there was a couple attempts before live action, not really so big or good before each Spider-Man or before, you know, Captain America, the first Avenger, but he's the one that made it work, so people want him back. And he says that's great. And he says right now, it's just not the right time to do it, to come back. That might tarnish his legacy, but he's excited. He wants to see what happens next, and if there's an opportunity, you never know what could happen. And realistically, yeah, he's being very humble, which I think is great. And he doesn't say anything bad, no bad experiences. Seems like he had a really good time, and the fact that he's willing to talk about it so positively and reveal that he's not annoyed by it because he realizes that the fans care just makes him even love it even more is great. You know, some people, like I met Brent Spiner, who played Data from Star Trek The Next Generation, one of my absolute favorite characters in Star Trek, and a bunch of my friends who were also Star Trek fans got to meet him, and he was just not nice. He was like, he didn't want to talk about Star Trek or Data. He was like, oh, of course, everybody brings up that character. Why don't you bring up some of the other roles I've had? And a lot of people had a bad experience, you know? Like, Chris Evans doesn't seem to want that. He seems to want his legacy to be remembered fondly, which I think is great. So, you know, I'm glad that he's taken this up as a sort of cheering for him moment. It's like, people want me back. That's great. And I'm willing to constantly talk about it because why not? People want me back. Why should I be sour on it?